for years been filled with dangerous explosive chemicals. Warnings about the dangers, they say, ignored. Beirut, so often a battleground in war, resembling a war zone tonight. This is a national disaster for Lebanon. Tomorrow, a day of national mourning and of many questions. If this was a warehouse for dangerous chemicals, were the explosions accidental or sabotage? Let's review.
Bill Neely tonight. Thank you. And just moments ago, President Trump stormed his defense of the Beirut explosion. There was no accident. Jeff Bennett was at the White House with late details.
It's under control as much as you can control it. This is a horrible plague that beset us.
The president sorting through pages of charts impressed on the country's coronavirus death count.
Right here, the United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world, lower than Europe. And walk up and look. Take a look. Right here. Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Well,
Much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
you can't do that. You have
Why can't I do that?
During the interview, the president was non-committal when asked about the late civil rights icon, Congressman John Lewis.
How do you think history will remember John Lewis?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know John Lewis. He chose not to come to my inauguration. He chose. I never met John Lewis actually.
Do you find him impressive?
I can't say one way or the other.
And with a focus on the election, President Trump continued his unfounded attacks on voting by mail.
There is no way you can go through a mail-in vote without massive cheating.
Extensive research shows election fraud in the U.S. is extremely rare. Today, the president, in a reversal, encouraged voters in Florida to vote by mail, saying the state's election system is safe and secure, as Republican leaders worry his
Ah, my head is killing. Fucking hell. I assume that's people fighting over the marked room. How is that guy fucking alive? How many hits? So that guy took like a few hits. This guy got like 6 hits. I just needed more nades. Fucking head is killing me. Alright, so if we're gonna take something from here, maybe we take this. I wonder if we can put down another. We need more mounts, maybe. Actually, let's see if we can scav. Reserve daytime.
Tax on mail-in voting could suppress the GOP vote. And as for the coronavirus relief bill, both sides now say they hope to vote by next week. Lester?
Jeff Bennett at the White House, thanks. There's growing concern this evening about the spread of COVID in the Midwest and South. Many states getting hit harder than ever. Here's Miguel Almaguer.
Tonight inside hospitals in the South and Midwest, some emergency rooms are now taking on a growing wave of COVID patients as officials brace for a tsunami of new infections. Mississippi on track to become the #1 state for coronavirus cases per capita. Doctors are overwhelmed and morgues are overrun. In Tennessee, July brought a 139% increase in cases. Deaths in South Carolina have risen 86% over the last 2 weeks.
These patients are some of the sickest we've ever seen, and they're getting younger and younger.
Despite the continual plea for social distancing, scenes like this party near Beverly Hills overnight are still unfolding. Even sanctioned events like this speedway race in South Dakota drawing large crowds. Doctors say those who flout health mandates are fueling the virus spread. A reason why schools are closed, businesses are shuttered, and lives are being lost.
We are running at full speed here.
At the LA County USC Medical Center, the ICU was pushed to the brink in July.
That is a huge toll to take every day, knowing that you're the only person, or maybe the last person who speaks to them.
NBC News given exclusive access as the caseload finally stabilized.
You've seen some of the criticism about what some people call a pandemic, or that simply the virus doesn't kill people, it's not real. What's your response to that?
Come into my ICU. Come watch. Patients and families are being crushed. What we're seeing is the working poor getting wiped out. We're really asking for the public's help. Please help us keep this situation under control so we don't run out of hospital beds.
Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Los Angeles.
This is Tom Costello. The NIH and drug maker Eli Lilly are tonight looking for 2,000 volunteers for antibody drug trials to treat patients suffering through the ravages of COVID. One trial involves patients who are hospitalized. The other involves those who are sick at home.
We believe a treatment like this has the potential to stop that progression in terms of symptoms and to keep people at home and out of the hospital.
The antibodies come from a COVID-19 survivor. They target and lock onto the virus, preventing it from spreading. The hope? It could bring relief to people like Ty Godwin in Denver.
Since 2:40 in the morning.
Ty and I have been close friends since we were kids. A triathlete, Ty's fever has topped 100 degrees for 72 days now. At night, his legs constantly twitch.
Yeah, just feels like my whole body's got flu. My arms tingle, my legs tingle right now. Everything's hot.
His only relief, a bathtub of cold water at 3 a.m.
My feet are on fire, my chest is on fire.
Ty counts himself among a group of COVID patients called long haulers who suffer through the symptoms for months. One Facebook group has 87,000 members, and antibody treatment could boost the body's defenses.
Your own immune system is an amazing biotechnology factory, and it is able to sense some invading virus or bacterium and make antibodies.
Back in Denver, Ty, who's also an artist, has drawn a rendering of the COVID monster that comes to haunt him every night. With multiple antibody drugs now on fast track and reporting encouraging results, it's likely they will be available before a vaccine is approved, possibly within months. Lester?
All right, Tom Costello tonight, thanks. In 60 seconds, children handcuffed by officers with guns drawn in what authorities now say turned out to be a mix-up. Police in Colorado are apologizing for detaining a black family at gunpoint in what they're now calling a mix-up. Here's Joe Fryer.
The viral video recorded by a witness shows 4 children crying face down on the pavement, 2 of them in handcuffs being detained by police. The youngest is 6 years old.
I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's police brutality.
Brittany Gilliam says she took her daughter, sister, and nieces out to a nail salon Sunday morning when officers with the Aurora, Colorado Police Department arrived.
The next thing I know, the police pull up silently behind them and had guns drawn on the children.
Police say they were responding to reports of a stolen vehicle, but soon discovered it was not the family's blue SUV that was reported missing. Rather, it was a motorcycle with the same license plate number from a different state. Perhaps adding to the confusion, police say Gilliam's SUV had been reported stolen earlier this year.
He's like, something about the car being reported stolen. And I was like, this happened months ago. You guys cleared it.
The family was released and is calling for change.
It's like they don't care. Who am I going to call when my life is in danger?
Aurora police say when contacting a suspected stolen car, they're trained to do a high-risk stop with weapons drawn and occupants on the ground. But the city's new police chief now wants to explore new practices, saying we must allow our officers to have discretion to deviate from this process when different scenarios present themselves.
We're really deeply troubled about what those children went through, and I hope that the family will allow me to do what I can to make it right.
The department is already under scrutiny for its treatment of black people following the 2019 death of Elijah McClain, which is under investigation. Now, Aurora PD is apologizing for what happened Sunday to this family, saying it's investigating and offering therapy to the traumatized kids. Joe Fryer, NBC News.
The school year already off to a rocky start in some places as districts debate how and if students can return. Here's Kate Snow.
On the first day of school Monday in Woodstock, Georgia, students posed for this photo, not a mask in sight. An hour and a half east in the state's largest school district, 260 school employees have already tested positive or been asked to quarantine after being exposed to coronavirus, with in-person learning set to start later this month. It's the kind of news that has parents in Columbia, Missouri, protesting tonight.
Right now, we just feel like it's too much of a gamble.
Across the country, teachers are joining that chorus.
I'm very anxious.
Lucy Wilson teaches first grade in Columbia, South Carolina. We first met the single mom
Come on.
working a job in a factory to pay the bills. Her district plans to bring students back in stages.
Do you think it's a matter of if coronavirus hits the school or when?
I think it's an effect of when it's going to hit the school because it is spreading like wildfire.
The president of the nation's largest teachers union says teachers will have to make tough choices about teaching in person.
It's our option. When someone says, oh, well, you don't have any choices because the superintendent says you have to, or your governor says you have to, or the president of the United States says you have to go into an unsafe building, no, we don't.
While many parents are eager to put their kids back on a school bus,
it's going to be a good day.
In districts like Dallas, precautions include taking students' temperatures, providing 3 masks and a face shield for each student, and plexiglass dividers between desks. Still, they're planning what they'll do if coronavirus hits.
The minute we know that there is an illness, we will remove the students from that classroom and disinfect and clean.
The head of the district said today, with infections still rising in Texas, it looks highly doubtful they'll be able to open for any in-person instruction by September. Kate Snow, NBC News.
Up next for us, could election night actually be election week? We are just about 90 days until the election, where we could see an unprecedented number of mail-in ballots and questions about whether election night could turn into election week. With more, here's Cynthia McFadden.
Tonight, 6 weeks after the New York Democratic primary, congressional candidate Suraj Patel doesn't know if he won or lost because election officials have yet to announce a winner.
It was just a complete mess of a system.
The reason? 10 times more New Yorkers, a whopping 1.8 million, requested absentee ballots than did 4 years ago. Experts tell NBC News New York election officials were woefully unprepared. Governor Andrew Cuomo had tried to make the process easier by sending postage-paid envelopes with all requested ballots, but that ended up backfiring because to be counted, ballots need to be postmarked with a date, something the post office doesn't usually do for prepaid metered mail. So those ballots, thousands of them, were not counted.
You are not entitled to a perfect election in America, but you are entitled to a free and fair one.
Patel, who's trailing by 3,700 votes, sued to have more ballots without postmarks counted. Overnight, a judge ruling at least 1,000 disputed ballots must be included. And there were other issues. 33,000 ballots mailed out to voters the day before Election Day, meaning they'd never make it back in time.
We have to be able to say we messed it up.
New York election officials say they were doing their best under difficult circumstances. But that hasn't stopped President Trump, a critic of mail-in voting, from using the New York election mess to make his point.
It's been a total disaster. They're 6 weeks into it now. They have no clue what's going on. How are you going to do that for an entire nation?
So what does this primary fiasco mean for November, when 50 to 80...
Well, he does have a point, I guess. They can't even do it in one state. They gotta fix all the problems, make sure everything's fine before they go ahead, or at least when they go ahead. Be pretty crazy to go in completely unprepared. Oh, somebody. Well, I thought that guy was such a bad shot that I might actually be able to run further up then. Joke's on me. I need a shotgun anyway, there's no way we're gonna be able to get that guy. What to do, what to do, what to do. What to do, 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 what to do. I mean, it's not a very good 39 minutes. 40 minutes and you gotta wait. It's not a very good gun for that particular map. Maybe it takes the... But then a level 3 armor. Do I have a AK? Just an AK. Just a regular AK with 2 AK. AKM up to AK-74. Alright, we'll take it I guess. Oh, I guess. We gotta take that stupid fucking... Saws won't fit. Yagos won't fit. There's one of these will fit, I'm sure. The AK will fit anyway, AK. That's enough. It's actually a really good 57 recoil, so let's get rid of that fucking entire. We don't need to. We don't need to skimp that badly. You're like worried about using a level 4 armor, for fuck's sake. Do 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 do. Yeah, we could do nighttime. Oh, I can't do that particular version. Have to do it. Fair enough, whatever. But I think, do I have a PBS? I do have a PBS. Let's use a PBS for this. If we go in nighttime. Just because, you know, you go night, you may as well go silence if you're gonna use a thing.
Million Americans are expected to vote by mail.
It's a cautionary tale of how states and localities really need to get prepared and work with the Postal Service.
Stanford election law professor Nate Persily says Congress needs to appropriate $3 to $4 billion to help states and do it fast.
I think we have 2 weeks to make the critical decisions that are necessary to pull off this election. After that, when it comes to buying the necessary equipment, making sure we have enough polling places and poll workers. We have really just 2 weeks to put the basics in place.
Professor Purcelli says that if the election is close, don't expect to know the results for at least a week, and that ultimately it may be up to the Supreme Court to decide.
Cynthia McFadden tonight. Up next, today at the Zoo. In our latest episode of Nightly News Kids Edition, we'll introduce you to these California girls who turned a school project into a mission to help others. We'll check in with the San Diego Zoo to see how the kangaroos and other animals are doing. And you may even learn a thing about some of these critters. I sure did. Our new episode is streaming now. And that is Nightly News. I'm Lester Holt. Thanks for watching. Please take care of yourself and each other.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching. Tonight, bracing for landfall, over 110 million people under hurricane or tropical storm.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can...
Well, another day and another dozen big Navi rumors. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to round up some of the rumors. Remember, all of this stuff is exactly that, rumor. We don't have any concrete information. But what we're going to talk about today is not as much about the specs, because again, they're just rumors. We're going to talk about the ideology behind Big Navi, RDNA2, RDNA2X, whatever you want to call it, because they keep calling it different things, or in Navi 2X, whatever. We're going to talk about maybe what graphics card you might have, what you might be considering buying, competition potentially with NVIDIA, time frame, and that sort of stuff to get you prepared. Because as you might expect, every single PC tech YouTuber right now is being blown up with, should I wait or should I buy? And the answer is yes to both.
The Elite XG270QG from ViewSonic breaks the traditional ugly appearance of gaming monitors by providing an ultra-clean design while still delivering gamers the features that they want most. Features like a 1 millisecond response time, IPS 165Hz overclock display, black brushed aluminum stand with tilt and swivel, mouse and keyboard cable anchors, and customizable subtle lighting. To learn more about the XG270GQ from ViewSonic and to see current pricing, click the link in the description below.
This is going to be a lot of stuff to talk about today. Okay, where to begin? We're not going to talk about 3080 or 3080 Ti rumors. We've already sort of talked about that in another video. What we're going to talk about today is the person that's sitting here watching this video trying to decide whether or not they should just buy a graphics card now, wait for Big Navi, or whatever a third option could possibly be. Not buy anything at all and just be happy with what you got. Let's do this. Let's talk about this in a couple of different categories. We'll talk about price, we'll talk about performance. Obviously, we'll start with rumors and specs, and then I'll give you what my best suggestion would be in terms of that decision of wait or buy. Now, rumors, this is obviously all capitals in the word rumor with stars and asterisks everywhere. Rumors cannot be taken as fact. All we know officially from AMD is that Big Navi is on track for 2020. And I mean, that could be December 31st, 2020 for all we know, but it's on track for 2020. Lisa Su has confirmed it in the financial meeting, and we have some rumors now apparently being leaked that give us more concrete information about it. And we're expecting, here's the thing. This isn't breaking any NDA, but I can tell you right now, I've had some brands reach out to me verifying our shipping address, and that's usually a pretty good indication that something's coming. I won't be telling you what brands, but I can tell you right now that my best guess is going to be that we're going to see something before Thanksgiving. Honestly, because that's also when the consoles are coming out in that time frame, and we know Big Navi is targeted
with a console launch, if not prior then. I think Lisa Su actually said they were going to be out before consoles. So as soon as you see console launch dates announced, I guess you can use your power of deduction from there and be a sleuth and figure it out on your own. In terms of specs, up to 80 CUs and 5120 GPU cores. Doesn't say stream processors, which is interesting. I'm wondering, anyway, because CUDA cores and stream processors are not equal. AMD's always had way more stream processors than NVIDIA's had CUDA cores, but it's just two completely...
Yeah. This is really the worst spot. Oh no, this one isn't actually too... I guess we can go and die at the fucking... marked room.
In cover, fast!
Fuck, I need to back up. Run fucking away. Fucking stop making the noise, dude. Holy shit, I just saw one go. Yeah, you can put anything on there, man. Come on! Where the fuck did they come from?
The different architectures, they're not directly relatable in numbers. I've seen a lot of people use the argument of, well, my 7950 has a blah, blah, blah stream processors, that's more than CUDA cores. It doesn't work that way. It's a brand new architecture, Navi 2X, Big Navi, RDNA 2, whatever you want to call it. In terms of memory, I'm not entirely sure what the memory layout is on here. I thought I saw somewhere it was rumored at 640-bit, but I can't seem to find that. But I can tell you right now that they're saying something along the lines of over 17.5 teraflops. Now here's the thing, teraflops does not equate to gaming performance. It's really just a number that I think gamers should just ignore, but it shows that in terms of compute and just straight up compute performance, it's a powerhouse if the program leverages it in such a way. But in terms of the specs, the up to 80 CU and 5120 GPU cores, I'm expecting them to probably launch 2 cards at launch, which is exactly how the 5700 XT went. It's exactly how the Vega went. And in Radeon 7, I think it was just Radeon 7 is all they launched. So it's nice to see them go back to more of a conventional memory layout, fast memory, fast GPU, and apparently ray tracing support, because they are going to obviously be, they've made it very obvious, especially with the consoles, that they are targeting real-time ray tracing. I'm really curious as to what people's adoption to real-time ray tracing is going to be now that AMD is on board, because ray tracing up until now has been something you could only really reliably and do with decent FPS on NVIDIA cards, which kind of draws that line down the sand. You're either an NVIDIA fanboy or not, I guess, sort of at that point. And it became easy to say, who cares about ray tracing? They just did it to make the cards more expensive. Now that AMD is going to support it, I'm curious as to if that argument is going to change a little bit. The rumors have changed over time, as they tend to. The closer we get to an actual launch, the more reliable the data seems to come. And then we always see like this arc, right? They shot for this really high rumor. And by shot, I think most people were just hoping for it to be as high as it's projected to be. And then it kind of comes back down to reality. The initial numbers that we saw in the rumors was that the Big Navi card, whatever it's going to be called, was expected to be 40 to 50% faster than a 2080 Ti. Now let's think about that for a second. The fastest card they currently have in terms of gaming, 5700 XT. We've seen this card at its under $500 price point, more like $400 now, I believe, $400 to $450 depending on the model, the AIB I should say, beat a Radeon 7 in games. Now, it doesn't beat Radeon 7 in compute performance, but in games, and that's where this card is manufactured, and that's what this card is marketed towards, gamers. Whether you're a gamer or not, people who buy the cards for gaming purposes are truly what bolster the brands and their market share. To be 50% faster than a 2080 Ti would mean this card has to be like 350% faster than it currently is. Let that sink in for a second. If this card came out just over a year ago, I believe July 19th, 2019 or something like that, around that date, 17th maybe, this card came out and it's the fastest RDNA card we got. Everyone hoped for a high-end card that never came. They saved it for RDNA 2. So to make up that kind of performance headroom between this and a 2080 Ti in one generation, I think was a bit too ambitious for people to hope for. So the rumors have kind of dialed it back a little bit to 15% as of a couple of days ago, faster than 2050 or a 2080 Ti, way faster than a 2050 because it doesn't exist. But now we're seeing today, 2 days after the report 4 days ago, 50%, now it's 30%. So nobody knows, and people are just hoping now. And I think what's happening now is people are adjusting their articles and stuff to be a different number to try and get clicks and reads. And I don't know if that's true, but I can tell you right now, 15% faster than a 2080 Ti would be great. It would be amazing, and I'm hoping for that. If it's faster, great. Now this is where some people became disappointed. 50% faster would mean that it's going to be faster than a 3080 Ti because that's already rumored to be 25 to 30% faster than a 2080 Ti. 15% puts it maybe more on track with a 3080. NVIDIA's numbers as well. We do not know.
No.
Think of those as FX processors compared to Ryzen. And that's how far RDNA 2, Big Navi, Navi 2X is expected to be. That's how much of an increase we're expected to see with this. And that's what makes this story so exciting. Because what's going to happen here, and I have no doubt, NVIDIA, AMD, they're literally doing the fake out with each other right now. And what happened last year was when RDNA launch, we saw not only a price reduction all the way down to 2070, we saw new cards launch in between. Obviously, all the supermodels. The supermodels, it's all like the Tyra Banks of graphics cards just walking down. Some people play with their dolls. I play with my graphics cards. Lone Star. No, no. Yes, no, yes, no. Your helmet is so big. Okay, name that movie, obviously. Anyway, that's how Big Navi makes a little Navi. Now that you guys have that terrible image in your head, I feel like there's kind of a fake out motion happening right now. I think NVIDIA has the capability of doing a last minute switcheroo with making it faster than it actually is projected to be right now. And I think what's gonna happen is, I think AMD, and this is a very dusty card, I think AMD is gonna launch their cards after NVIDIA, but I suspect NVIDIA might come out with some magic driver that suddenly is giving us 5 to 10% performance increase across the board, because I think they're gonna artificially limit the performance of their cards so they can make that move later. And what it makes them look like is that they're all about the customer and they're all about the performance and the value, and they're gonna launch the cards, AMD's gonna come out, they're gonna flip a digital switch in these cards and make them faster and make everyone happy. Hey, my card just got faster. It's kind of like you log into your Tesla and suddenly the Tesla's like, congratulations, you're now 10% faster, because Tesla can do that, and they have. And I think the same thing will potentially happen with NVIDIA graphics cards. And for those people buying AMD cards, that's fine. Let that be. Because I have a feeling now the next generation past this is where we're gonna see the true competition. I don't think you should wait for that generation, because who knows when that's gonna be. Could be a year, could be 2, who knows. But we know it's time for NVIDIA to launch their new stuff. And I know some people are watching this video right now, and I know that you're maybe an NVIDIA fanboy or you're just anti-AMD, and I know you've already typed it, and I'm talking directly to you right now. You said, big freaking deal, they caught up to 2-year-old technology. And that's not what this is. This is them catching up to a particular performance standard at which performance and games, requirements, and exceeding them will finally exist with AMD graphics cards, all the way up to 4K with ray tracing. But I suspect these cards will probably be out, I think, prior to November. Rumors are saying November. I think they're gonna be out in September and October. I truly think NVIDIA is gonna launch their cards first, and AMD is gonna launch second. And then I expect NVIDIA to probably, like I said, flip a switch and make them faster. But that is what it is. Whether or not you should wait, that depends on what you currently have. If you're finding yourself having to make compromises on your performance settings or your graphic settings, if you're having to start turning off features that you want to look at in the game, but the FPS is just too poor, and you have to turn off increased or high quality shadows, you need to turn off your anti-aliasing, you've got to run a 2x or lesser. If you're just finding yourself going, man, you're going into the settings and you're tweaking them to make your game enjoyable, it's time to upgrade. When these cards come out especially. I think right now is a poor time to buy any graphics card if you think you would want the new ones. I know that sounds, well, duh, Jay, that's common sense. But here's the problem. People are also having to play this game. Do I try and get the new cards? Are they gonna be available? AMD is also notorious for launching stuff on paper, and then you cannot find it in the store. You know, to this day, I still cannot find a 3100X or 3100 or 3300X Ryzen CPU, which is my go-to budget CPU. It's better than 3200, better than 3400. You can't find them. Go to Newegg, go to Amazon, go to Micro Center. You won't find them. And if you do, they might be in some sort of a third-party retailer that's marked them up ridiculously more expensive than what they launched at. And at this point, none of it matter if AMD can't actually deliver on the amount of product out there that people are going to be wanting. It's going to be a high demand product. I sure hope they're going to be ramping up production so that they can meet that demand. But nothing irks me more than AMD's notorious launches of products you can't actually buy. We get out here, we show you how good they are, and then we find out, oh, we were just a lemming in all this advertising material. But what I started to say is that you might be one of those people that are like, I want a new graphics card. I'm worried I might not be able to get them. By the time that happens, people are going to be buying the old stuff because it's usually reduced in price, and then you can't get that too because it's gone, and then you're stuck in this waiting pattern. That's the risk you're going to have to take. My suggestion would be, once the announcements are made, go to all those retailers, click the notify me, and then just be fast. It's literally a quick draw to who can get the cards, and the same is true for NVIDIA when it launches too. Anyway, enough questions were asked for me to warrant this video about Big Navi rumors. But with that said, guys, We're going to go ahead and get out of here. What are your predictions with Big Navi? Are you going to switch to Big Navi if you're currently on a Turing GPU from NVIDIA? I'm curious as to how many people are going to actually switch teams and or just wait for the next NVIDIA card. Team AMD or Team NVIDIA? Down in the comments. Fight.
That's going to be a civil discussion.
It always is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, I might just fucking sell this.
Radeon 7.
It's so weird. Like, if it touches it, then it is no longer finding raid. It's so fucking
Hey
weird.
friends, welcome back to another Tuesday edition of Hot News. Hope your life is enjoyable. I just wanted to show off that I got a cool little toy from our friends over at Autonomous. We're going to be doing a video on this soon, but... Aw, yeah. It's kind of weird to watch in real time. You're used to this, but now you get this. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about
What the fuck was he
big
doing?
news, which is that Mind Factory out of Germany, which is one of the largest retailers of computer components there, has come out with specific numbers on what are the GPUs to buy and which ones are not, based on trustworthiness, because they released the failure rate for all of the GPUs that they sold, and it turns out that AMD, or more specifically AMD vendors, are a bit less reliable than NVIDIA vendors. Let's go ahead and take a look at their actual spreadsheet right here. As you can see, the average RMA percentage for the 5700 XT is 4%, with the highest coming in for Power Color with 6% for the Red Devil and 6% for the Red Dragon. For the RX 5700 non-XT, Power Color's Red Devil had a 13% RMA rate and the Red Dragon
Holy
had
shit.
7%, which is kind of high. As we go down the line, it gets less RMA because you don't necessarily have as many broken components. When it comes to 2080 Ti's, look at this, Gainward, 11% there. MSI's Lightning Z had an 11% RMA rate. Palette with 11% on the Gaming Pro and the Dual. If you scroll on down, you can see that as we get towards it, some of these only have about an average of 1%, including the 2070 Super, 5% on the Gigabyte 2060 WinForce OC with the 2% overall return rate, 0% on the 2060 Twin Fan from Zotac. Very nice. And then finally, to round it out, if we look at the overall totals, AMD versus NVIDIA, AMD with a 3% return rate, NVIDIA with a 2% return rate. Obviously, NVIDIA outselling AMD by nearly 2 to 1, maybe a little bit more. My math's a little bit off, but the rates of GPUs are actually kind of intriguing to see just how many are being sold and how many are being returned. This could be helpful information for you if you're looking to buy a brand new GPU, whether or not these companies or their specific products are relatively reliable, because you can find out a whole lot from a reviewer when we show you a graphics card and we show you how ours performs. We actually don't know how it's going to perform in the long run, simply because that's not the scope of the review. We're not reviewing them for 6 months to find out how many of them failed. With Mind Factory publishing this data, it's actually quite helpful. You'll find out that the worst SKU overall is the Power Color Red Devil 5700. The GPU series with the worst failure rate overall is the 2080 Ti's, which makes a lot of sense considering that when did we do this? October 30th, 2018, we did this video. An alarming number of 2080 Ti's are dying. Yeah, it makes sense that it was going to be NVIDIA's worst performer, but obviously a 5% failure rate isn't atrocious. It's not great, obviously, with so many of them being in double digits. Gainward, MSI, and Palette all having double-digit return rates on the 2080 Ti. It's quite concerning. You can see that, whoa, they sold as many 2080 Ti's as they did 2080 Supers. That's crazy. 30,000 2070 Supers. You guys really love those cards. So those are the numbers. These are the cards, whether or not you should trust them, whether or not you should buy them. We'll leave a link in the video description for Mind Factory's data so that you can reference it going forward, seeing if it's a card that you want to pick up in the future. Does it have an abnormally high RMA rate? Power Color's Red Devils don't look like something that you should trust, even if it might not perform great. Or if you pick it up, just make sure that, yeah, you're going to get that warranty on.
Was through 3 minutes, but it doesn't look like he's out of stock for 3 minutes. Fucking adverts.
You don't have to worry about honoring a warranty on a chip you don't have, because XMG announcing over on Reddit that there are apparently some supply constraints when it comes to the Ryzen 7 4800H processor that's supposed to be going into laptops. Supply
Oh, so
bottlenecks
it's
on
3 minutes.
AMD Ryzen
Right, I guess we'll wait.
7 core. This is because apparently a lot of companies are finding out this is a good processor that we should put in our freaking laptops. 8 cores, 16 threads, Vega 7 graphics. It actually makes a lot of sense. I'm actually really jealous because Wootware just listed their Wootbook Metal 2, which my daily driver for my laptop has been the Wootbook Metal 1, but that had an i5, and this one is going to be rocking a Ryzen 7 4800H. So jealous. They're getting these in stock August 14th, so Wootware maybe not susceptible to the 4800H supply shortage. Maybe they will eventually, but jealous that I can't pick one of these up. If you're in South Africa, Wootbook Metal, friggin' yes, absolutely, 100%. Which is not what Sony's saying about the DualShock 4 and whether or not it's going to be supported on the PS5. It's more like 20%, maybe 30%, depending on the games you play with the PS4 controller, not working with PS5 games whatsoever. It's just no, DualShock 4 does not work with PS5 games. Doesn't even matter if it's a cross-title. It's on PS4. Stop it. Stop it. It will work with supported PS4 games that are there, but the DualShock 4 will work on the PS5, just not with every game. And when it comes to peripherals such as steering wheels, fighting sticks, and all of that, they can be used with the PS5 and backwards compatible PS4 software, but not necessarily everything, and Sony's not guaranteeing that they're going to work. So if you bought a really expensive fighting stick, you might not necessarily be able to use it on the upcoming PS5 titles. This obviously seems to be a big bummer to a lot of people and people who invest very heavily into the accessory ecosystem. So this is not the news that a lot of people wanted. Does this affect you personally? I'm just going to be on the DualSense controller. I don't necessarily need to carry over my DS4. I'm not into the fighting games. I don't have a racing wheel that I care about. So I want to know how this affects you, but there's more rumors coming out about the PS5 DualSense, at least with regards to battery, that it should be about 3 to 4 hours longer than the DualShock 4, which currently gets about 6 hours of battery life on average. So this would put it in the 9 to 10 hour region, which would be great. That's coming as a courtesy of a leak of somebody who physically had a prototype in their hands, coming out and saying that, yeah, the battery is definitely a lot better than the DualShock 4. And more PS4 news. Sony announcing a State of Play for August 6th. A lot of people were anticipating that this might be a PS5 event. Turns out Sony coming out and setting our expectations appropriately. This will be PS4 and PSVR titles, and they'll have updates to PS5 games that you saw in the June showcase, but not an update on the PS5 whatsoever, so don't even be looking for that. The episode comes in at 40 plus minutes on details of third-party published games to the PS4 and PSVR. And let's talk about publishing of benchmarks. The RTX 3080 getting a Time Spy benchmark, looking like it's actually 35 to 40% faster than the RTX 2080 Ti. You can see right here, it got the score of 8600. The Lightning Z 2080 Ti, which has an 11% failure rate, by the way, had a score of 7,665. The Founders Edition considerably lower than that. So that seems to be a pretty good improvement, going from a 2080 Ti to an 80. 35% would be about where a lot of people, I think, would be happy if they keep it at the same price. $700 for 35% better performance makes a lot of sense to me. But Google bringing down the price and bringing down the options when it comes to the Pixel 4, because reviews dropped yesterday. It looks like they're going to start shipping out around August 20th. The Pixel 4a coming in at a price point of $350, and with MKBHD's review, as well as several other reviews, you can look at this 9 to 5 Google review roundup. Essentially, yeah, it's $350. Yeah, there are a few compromises. The camera is phenomenal. It's $350. What do you want? Like, this is essentially the best you're going to do for $350. 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs storage, a Snapdragon 730, which is a little bit low, but you get everything that you need with the Pixel 4a, especially at the price point. There are supposed to be more phones coming, with Google teasing the Pixel 4a 5G as well as the Pixel 5. The Pixel 4a 5G likely will come in at the $500 price point, which is kind of intriguing considering the OnePlus Nord, which isn't in the US region, is going to be retailing for around the $400 mark. So OnePlus getting 5G on the budget phone, Pixel 4a more or less about the camera quality rather than the entire spec sheet that comes with it. Let me know what you think of the Pixel 4a down below in the comments, and let me know what you think
Your new phone, maybe I'll get one of those.
Cloud Core gaming headset with 7.1 surround sound. Yeah, I've heard of this one before. I had these 5 years ago. They were the Cloud 2s, and they're roughly the same price. These are going for $70. and these look to be the exact same headphones. I don't know what HyperX is doing. They're launching a brand new headphone that's been around for half a decade at this point, and a few things that I can notice are slightly different is the changing color and then lack of stitching up here at the headband for cost cutting. But I mean, I will say the HyperX Cloud 2s were my favorite gaming headset for quite some time. So Cloud Core probably worth it, but really, you're launching? Come on, they've been out for ages. And so has the Impossible Burger, which is a burger made from plants. A lot of people do think that it actually tastes just like beef. Well, it's coming to Publix, and if you don't know what Publix is, it's a great grocery store. I love shopping at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. And yes, Impossible Burger to Publix. Great stuff. And Rolls-Royce to Virgin Galactic. They revealed their Mach 3 aircraft, as well as the partnership with Rolls-Royce when it comes to design aesthetics, and the design philosophy of the aircraft is geared around making high-speed travel practical, sustainable, safe, and reliable, while making customer experience a top priority, essentially meaning that I will not be able to ever afford this. This will be for the top 1% of the 1%, and I will hard pass on this, but it does look beautiful.
Don't take a hit to the head. I think I died in the chest, but
What also looks beautiful is not this, but there is a new AI technique that allows you to unselfie your selfies. And if you're wondering what the heck an unselfie is, well, you know, when you're taking a picture, I don't even have a phone. I have an LTT store water bottle, ufdstore.com. Let's say when you're taking a picture of yourself with a phone, right? Your arm is outstretched. You can see that. You have a different arm posture, which creates a whole different environment when it comes to the pictures. Well, this AI will make it so that your arms and body look like you've been taken a picture of by some other person rather than you doing it yourself. They apparently used AI generated people too, because a lot of this looks odd, real odd. Like, it's kind of disconcerting, but you can see here the selfie imagery converting into lower arms. I mean, basically, this is going to be a great way for me to hide my loneliness. And I am not experiencing this once-in-a-lifetime thing by myself. No, totally. I had somebody there who took a picture of me. Don't you worry. I'm not lonely. I did not use unselfie. And I am not going to continue this episode.
it's funny that this is still insured, right?
Being here. Don't forget that this week is a little weird because my son does.
I didn't think that would be insured. So that's funny, right? Because I took this in as a player, right, and brought it out as a scav. So in theory, I shouldn't have it insured still. I don't know, I'm not complaining. Yeah. No, it's too early.
Good grammar and spelling?
say, Facebook ads. Send them on Discord. It's just you and me, skin on skin, strapped to the waist. It starts with me. I will destroy you.
Brilliant.
So that my fucking doggy does that sometimes. Got no meds. We should go to Bishop. I was on single fire apparently. Pretty sure I got that one at the back. And I don't know how I didn't kill that third one. But right. Let's see if I got that one at the back as well. I was just so badly hit. I only got the one. I got 3 hits. He took me down to bleeding red chest, so he just needed basically 1 hit on me. I couldn't really run away either because he was pushing up. The glass effect now. Look at that. I like Nighttime Reserve because you can generally scout back into the same map and get your shit if you die. Or at least try and get your shit.
And again, this time I won't laugh. Exactly the same, I won't laugh, I promise. Okay?
It starts with
I lied.
I've talked to actual SAS people. I mean, they've told me what it stands for.
What's it stand for?
Super Army Soldiers.
Okay, on action.
Not okay. Super.
Ridiculous. Okay. Okay, this time. Okay, sorry, Jude, everyone. Carl, okay. What does it stand for then?
Super Army Soldiers.
I'm fucked.
No.
And action.
Fuck off!
Okay, so I guess I can do a Mark II. Or try. Dude, how the fuck did he get through there already? Fucking hell. The bullets just seem to ding around him. I'm having a fucking good night tonight. But I stop streaming and then it's just like amazing every round.
I actually took too much to begin with, and I was a bit screwed. I didn't know.
All set.
Told you.
Fuck.
And action.
Do you know what I laughed at? Oh, get him another cup.
Well, it's because I don't want to have to keep drinking it.
No, get him another cup. I can't do that.
What are you talking about?
I can't. Get another cup. I'm not having that. Fucking disgusting.
But otherwise I've got to keep drinking the tea.
And
But I've got to keep drinking the tea, haven't I? Otherwise.
have a little sip of tea and drink it.
But I've been on about 3 cups now.
I was dressed up as a fucking genie for a day.
Yeah, Ash, just come to your right if that's good. Is that alright, John? It's a bit much on me, Martin.
Oh, come on, love. You're like a dead horse. Put a bit of minge round.
That went right in my eye.
And action.
Ready?
Okay. That's quiet then. And action.
It's action. Don't say action.
What's the action?
Okay. Which is a problem.
Whenever you're ready.
Right, ready? Ready? Oh, look. Right. God! Okay. Look. Right. Ready? Look. Look. Come on then. Come on then. Right. Okay, here we go. you could be like a rat out of a drain pipe. So that's all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was so long. I'm so sorry.
Too much fun, huh?
Play the markets, do you?
Oh, yeah.
How's it going? Any tips?
Oh, just always high interest.
High interest?
Yeah, always high interest. Bad interest, that's low, that's bad. Low interest is bad, yeah. High interest, buy high. Midsummer Night's Dream, bottom.
Well, how is your diarrhea?
Good, fine. Nothing moving down there now.
And action.
I headbutted a horse once.
Sorry.
Why am I hearing all this shit about you think you're harder than me? Where have you heard this? Some geezer I've been doing with a scene with. He reckons you fuck that right under.
Jesus
Christ.
I was just really hoping that anyway, but that would fit.
Is it the fact that I've got one leg shorter than the other?
I hadn't noticed.
You hadn't noticed.
Sorry.
Is it the leg? Is it the fact that I've got one leg shorter than the other?
I hadn't noticed.
You hadn't noticed?
What are you doing, Rick?
I'm just trying to not laugh. There's that thing they teach you at school.
No.
No, Chow, no.
That is actually a Cantonese word, which means free spirit. Chandor.
How am I supposed to be doing that?
Action.
Oh, fucking hell.
Lead us, Heavenly Father, lead us, o'er the world's tempestuous sea. Guard us, guide us, keep us, feed us, for we have no help but thee.
I saw Steve laugh. Sorry.
Don't do the face. What face? You went that. Because me genuinely trying to.
God, he wasn't even pulling a face.
Oh, hello, mate. All right, check this out. You'll love this. Come have a look. You type in 58,008 into a calculator. Turn it upside down.
It is funny.
Turn it upside down. Boobs. It's worth making it up. All right, mate. Come and check this out. I typed in 58,008. All right, mate. Check this out. I just typed in 50. Fuck me. Sorry, this is absolutely outrageous, guys. We're two absolute professionals.
Wait!
Ah!
Okay.
All right, mate. Just check this out. I just typed in 58,008, and amazingly. All right, mate. Just check this out. All right, mate. Just check this out. I just typed in.
Just check this out.
Turn it upside down. Just typed in 58,008. All right, mate. Just check this out.
I can hear you go.
All right, mate. Check this out. I just typed in 58,008. Turn it upside down. Boobs. Let's just keep going from there.
Action.
Thing is, I don't actually think of him. I was like, what? Are you putting me up?
I can see you out the corner of my eye.
Shall I get there?
No, it's all right. No, it's fine.
Go anyway, as long as Paul can see me. Is that okay?
It's all right. I can cope with it.
Can you see that? Because I'm going to cue in visually.
It's fine. It's fine. Really.
Stand wide. Step Martin. And.
6 fucking BAFTAs. Right.
3 for performance, the other 3 for solo.
Yeah. Sure. Shut up.
Okay. Settle down and action.
It wasn't my fault. No one look at me. There's a good bit of phlegm going to come up any minute. Now, go on. Hack it up.
I can't laugh
Go on.
anymore. It makes my head too
Do what you do in Scotland. Go on, just blow it out. That's
Oh.
okay. No, she's got a big.
No, it's
Is it a
not.
furble?
It's just a.
Have you been licking your wig?
Let's cut there for a moment.
I know a woman who'd be perfect for you, and she's desperate.
One more time.
Here, listen, I know a woman who would be perfect for you, and she's...
Look at my little hands.
What is up with her? I keep seeing her around.
She's got cerebral palsy.
Oh, that is another guaranteed Oscar. Seriously? Seriously? Then you just pretend you're getting it on with her.
I couldn't do that.
Of course you could. You're an actress.
Did you hear the?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm hungry. This is why I like to break for lunch at about 10:15.
If I blew your mother's head off, or no, your mommy's head, and I just blew
Hey.
it right off of her.
Hey, Brett, how's it going, buddy?
If I blew...
20 million? 40. Double it. That's right. Plus 6. 46. 3 days. 75 days. Biggest Christmas day ever.
Bye, nerd.
What you been up?
Oh!
What you been up to, Brett? You playing much, or?
I'm a nerd? Just pick it up. I'm a nerd. I've kissed Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore. I'm a nerd. I've slapped Jennifer Aniston. I went anyway. Who are you?
Nobody. But
Who?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Been asleep all day.
Nobody.
Nobody. But.
Who are you?
Okay.
Who are you?
Okay.
Who are you?
Clappy board.
346 take 4, A and B cameras.
Then run away because you shouldn't be in this. It'd look weird.
You're aware that I'm gay?
Not that. We don't make a song and dance about it. You know. I don't. No, I didn't. It didn't matter. Didn't. Well, no, you didn't. And you don't make a song and dance, but you don't go. Ooh, hello, I didn't. No. Not relevant.
You're aware that I'm gay?
No.
Dying
You
a lot.
don't make a song and dance, but you're not all like.
I managed to scab in on one and literally ran straight to my body, looted it. Someone pushed the button and just left.
You don't make a song and dance about it. You're not all.
Fucking hell!
No. Because you don't make a song and dance about it. You're not all. Ooh, hello, I'm homosexual. No, because we don't make a song and dance about it. You're not all.
Come on!
Okay. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Okay.
You're aware that I'm gay? You're aware that I'm gay?
Because you don't make a song and dance about it. You're not all.
Hello, everyone. Ah, look at me.
That's what I'm doing. This time. Okay. Come on.
You're aware that I'm gay?
Not a problem.
You're aware that I'm gay? You're aware that I'm gay?
No, because you don't wear it on your. It's not like you're going around. Oh, everyone! Oh, look! Can you guess? No, I don't.
I can't marry you.
Why? What do you know?
Nothing, what do you mean?
No, what is it? You.
No, I've just been doing a lot of thinking,
Oh.
and I just don't think I
Just hold for a second.
Oh, someone's got like a. What gun was that? Could have been a foul, I guess. It sounded very thuddy. broke. This looks like a Mosin, right? But it's actually fucking Tars. Running around thinking I was gonna snipe someone. I mean, look at it. It's got like the same like stock basically. Looks identical. It's like a short barrel version. Oh, yeah. Middle area maybe?
Да они вообще все молодцы, пидоры!
Somebody in there. I ran out of bullets, bro. I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? How did that guy kill me? If he didn't have a mask, he'd have been fucking dead, but... Bullets. I didn't realize there was a 3. Let's have a look. Yeah, 100. Yeah, 195. I guess that was all to the. I didn't realize there was a 3 mag. I thought they were all 4s. Well, no, if it was a 2, then I would have. The second time when he went back to reload, I would have reloaded as well. I went in to like shoot him, and there was no fucking bullets left. I was dead anyway. He had a mask. I mean. Face mask, yeah. Oh dear fucking god. Where to go? Yeah. I don't know what he was doing there. And I don't know why he was walking so slowly. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk faster, so I don't know why he couldn't walk faster. Wonder if maybe I just get a night vision of some kind. Night vision? Yeah, night vision. I just died with all that fucking gear as well. I don't think it was, now that I see it like that, I don't think it was insured. It doesn't look like it's insured anymore. So that's disappointing. I mean, someone's gonna walk in there and get it anyway. If that guy didn't pick it all up. Yeah, I know, he seemed like he was walking normally before when I heard him. Because I heard him coming. So I don't think he was full. Where is the thing? I swear to God, I'm going blind. Where did I put it? Oh, it's up here. Yeah, any other gun and he's dead though. I mean, like so dead.
Oh, I've been in that lamp so long, I'm bent out of all recognition. Who are you? Well, I'll be whoever you want me to be, but you can call me Genie.
How does somebody as big as you fit into this tiny lamp?
Don't worry, I'm used to squeezing myself into tight holes.
Can you help us? We're in danger. We heard him say he wants to get Aladdin.
Don't we all?
That's mental! That's mental! We asked 100 people. Will Les Dennis ever hang on to a bird or survey said... We asked 100 people. Will Les Dennis ever hang on to a bird or survey said... We asked 100 people, do you want to go out tonight and see Les Dennis in Panto? Our survey said... Oh, look at this website about... Would this have been funny? Him going through customs. I have nothing to declare but my genius. Oh, and this vibrating tongue for pleasure. And this vibrating tongue for pleasure in valleys. Oh, is that funny?
Well, again, when you do it, it's got a certain sound, but it's Sunday.
All you wanna do is ride around Sally, sing it, ride, Sally, ride. What are you doing?
Just having a sing-song.
Ride, Sally, ride. What are you doing?
Just having a little sing-song.
All you wanna do is ride around Sally, sing it, ride, Sally, ride. What are you doing?
Having a little sing-song.
He looked like Beaker from the Muppets. Sing it with me. Ride, Sally, ride. What are you doing?
Just having a little sing-song.
No, you can't do that. All you wanna do is ride around Sally, sing it with me. Ride.
Clothes fall.
Yeah, they fall off onto the ground. She's scrabbling to get them back on again, but before she can get her knickers on, they fall off completely. She's scrabbling around to get them back on, but before she can get her knickers on,
What's yours about? Do you want me asking?
well, it's how best to explain it. You've seen me in X-Men.
I'm so sorry, Patrick. I could just think of it coming. I'm so sorry.
She's scrabbling around to get them back on, but before she can get her knickers on, I'm walking on the streets in this beautiful world, and I'd like to see her naked.
I'm so sorry, Patrick. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what to do other than leave the scene and let you talk to a teddy bear.
No, you see, I can do other stuff as well. For instance, I'm riding my bike in the park, and this policewoman says...
Patrick Stewart.
She goes, and she's covering herself up, and
It's Patrick Stewart.
she's trying to cover herself up. But I've seen everything anyway, and I get back on my bike, and I ride off on the grass.
Okay, so it's you going around sort of seeing tits and stuff.
Ask me again.
Okay.
And I score the winning goal, and then
This guy here, no? Not this one? The mate. Oh, oh, Carl Pinking. I didn't bring extra bullets. Oh, I'm a fucking retard. I didn't use many bullets, to be honest. Yeah, he's very funny. Yeah, he's very good. There's did you watch that An Idiot Abroad, or did you just see the because you also did radio shows with them, right? What? Which one, An Idiot Abroad or the radio shows? They have the radio shows on vid, like they kind of have like animate it and stuff. It's also very good. DVD, or you live in the fucking 90s or what? Pretty good, got the key tool. I guess I'll think about getting out. Hit the button and go. I got the kill for the player, so. Yeah. He did another one as well after, I think. After An Idiot Abroad. I think maybe, you know, like Ricky Gervais wasn't the producer or something. No, there's a, I mean a different series with a different name. They have that new one now, which is a little bit like it. It's the a comedian with his dad. What? Ricky Gervais used to be on the radio show with him, right? That's how they know each other. So he paid for the series, as far as I know, or got it pushed through to Sky. That's how they made the An Idiot Abroad. Yeah, Jack Whitehall, right? Who is Jack Whitehall and Ricky Gervais and Pilkington? I started watching the first episode. Apart from the first episode, I haven't seen anything. But it's pretty good stuff.
Well, what about this? I'm a sort of James Bond fan, and I have to go to Iraq to rescue some hostages. And I get them, and they're all women, and they're naked because their clothes have all rotted away.
Sure.
Well, what about this? I'm a sort of James Bond figure, and I have to go to Iraq to rescue these hostages. And I get there, and they're all women, and they're naked because their clothes have rotted off. And I rescue them anyway, and I get them into the helicopter. I rescue them anyway. I get them into the helicopter, and even though I'm flying the helicopter, I can sneak a look in the mirror and I can see them. You see, and one of them is bending over.
Have you seen Extras?
What about John O'Coleman? I thought he was up for it.
Yes, but since he did Celebrity Fit Club, he's just not fat enough.
Sorry. Oh. What about John O'Coleman? I thought he was up for it.
Yes, but since he did Celebrity Fit Club, he's just not fat enough.
What about John O'Coleman? I thought he was. What about John O'Coleman? I thought he was up for it.
Yes, but since he did Celebrity Fit Club, he's not fat enough.
Keep going. What about John O'Coleman? I thought he was up for it.
Yes, but since he did Celebrity Fit Club, he's.
Wait. Okay, this is it. Okay. No, you know what I'm thinking? Of how fat John O'Coleman is. Every time I just see him in that swimming pool, like a little baby hippo. Went for the DVD.
You haven't seen Extras? That's amazing. It's just like they're extras, right? And you see all of those like really famous actors like Orlando Bloom and Kate Winslet and Patrick Stewart, and they all come in and they like they're just like really like caricatures of themselves, so or they're just completely different but like really like crazy, and it's just really funny. You might be able to get it on DVD sometime in the future. You probably won't be able to get it on DVD. Come on, duct tape. Oh, I forgot we got a TX15. I wonder how much that's worth. 94k. That's actually quite a lot. I can't keep keeping guns, if you know what I mean. I just gotta sell this shit, otherwise I'm just gonna need even more. I've already bought another weapon case and filled it up, so I've got like 5 and a thick now. It's just too many. I just need to really, sort out my. Is no one gonna buy it, or I'm gonna just take it back and use it. Well, that's a good run actually. And take some rip ammo in, and yeah, I'll take some of that in as well. I put rip ammo in the third one, so in case I get somebody that's like really geared up, I can just shoot them in the leg. Can't believe you haven't seen extras, eh? Seen Idiot Abroad and I assume The Office and all that stuff with Ricky Gervais, but no extras. Yeah, like this. You seen this? This is just
104.9 kicking off there with a Dandy Warhol Steve. Sure. Ricky Gervais show with me, Steve Merchant.
Well, then
That's
always
what I
let
was
me
gonna
say that.
Well, I thought you would.
What?
Well, it's 1:05, isn't it?
Already an error has occurred.
Yeah,
It's a shame because it could have been slick.
But Steve, we've got some great music.
We've got some
I'm
good
on a bit of a soul tip this week,
Are
to
you
be honest.
really?
Yeah, I was a bit of
Right.
a folky last week, but you know, you got stuff from like early Bowie, some Stevie Wonder, a little bit of Groove Armada. We've got the classics. We've got Coldplay. We got Blur. We got Ash.
Sure.
We haven't planned anything for the show. I haven't
Got
planned
nothing, have you? You're
No,
just reading the list of
a
songs
list
there.
of songs that I
Thinking
might
that
play.
will fill up some time.
Oh, no.
Anything interesting happened to you over the week?
Nope. No, I just swore off air, and Carl went, never swear in an on-air studio.
I love it when Carl tries to sound like he's professional and understands the business.
Yeah.
You don't fool us, Carl.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could buy like a Carl. You know, like those Garfields you can stick on a car window.
Oh yeah.
I reckon we should be able to get a car like that we could send out as a gift to people.
That'd be lovely.
Just
wouldn't
his
it?
little face pressed up against the glass, like a window licker.
Yeah, you'd have to lick his face to stick it there.
Yeah, that'd be a joy.
Oh, bless him. Or one of those things you throw out a window and it sort of like flaps down. They sell them for £1.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
those little dancing
baby
cars.
pigeons. That's what we used to use. Or frogs from the pond.
Sure.
That's cruelty to animals, and I don't condone that. And it was a joke before the RSPCA phone in and say stop throwing frogs at windows.
Well, people who are listening,
And I don't mean the French, by the way. That sounds like xenophobic. Before someone calls in and says stop throwing French people at windows.
Yeah.
So I'm digging myself into a hole here, aren't I?
Yeah.
It's all gone horribly
Quick,
wrong.
mention the Germans and then let's go.
yeah. I don't mind the Germans.
No, good.
Carl.
I wonder if people know what Carl looks like in the wide world. Is there any reason why they should have you ever
He's
featured
sort
on
of-
anything or?
He's like Moby. He looks like Moby.
He does look like Moby. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Does that help?
Is that a compliment?
Sort of a Moby who's
Mank.
had a bit of a tough paper around when he was younger.
Yeah,
He
that's
look
right.
a bit more knackered than Moby.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think Moby's great. He's one of those people that every opens his mouth, I sort of I'd love to be mates with him. He talks sense, he's interesting, he's lovely.
Yeah, they
I
always
don't
do,
like his
yeah.
records. There's nothing I can do about that. If I ever become top mates with him, and after about a few years of us like driving around and having a bite, I'll go, Moby, I've never liked anything you've ever done.
Is that what you do with your mates? Just drive round? What are you, 16?
Never.
I've never done that. Go to a car park and just do handbrake.
Never. I haven't done that since I was like 17 when like it was great to someone had a car.
You couldn't believe that you were just moving.
I remember once, right, my mate, Bob, had a car, and there was me and another friend in it, and we were young, about sort of 18, and he did a U-turn when he shouldn't, and this motorbike hit him and came off, and the music, it was turning music down, it was really, really bad, right, and he was there, and he was really worried, and the motorbike bloke was dazed, and he went, "You okay, I'm really sorry," and the bloke said, "Yeah," and I put my head out the window, and went, "Sorry about that, mate, that's the third one today." And this motorbike just looked at him, and he went, "No, don't do that, Gervais, why did you do that, why did you say that?" I just thought it would be funny. I didn't really understand the severity of this.
Have I told on the radio before about that time when I just passed my test and I was driving my parents' Volvo estate and we went off driving down some country lanes? Have I
Is
mentioned
this the
that?
one with the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've told you, have I?
Yeah.
Have I told you, Carl? Well, maybe I'll tell you a bit
Oh,
later
let's
on.
play a
Yeah,
record.
I'll tell you that.
There's a
It's
great
quite fun.
anecdote about a Volvo estate coming up.
Exactly. That's the kind of stuff you're getting on XFM this Saturday afternoon.
Do you want some Coldplay or what?
Oh, I'd love to.
Coldplay. Don't panic. That's the title of the song as well as what I was saying. In fact, I was just saying the title of the song, if I'm being honest, making it sound like it was Conversation, XFM 104.9. It's a Ricky Gervais show with Steve Merchant.
Thanks.
You were going to tell us a little story about a
Just
Volvo
passed my
estate.
test.
Yeah.
My parents had a big Volvo estate, and it's quite a big car to
don't show
drive.
off. My parents didn't have a car.
But I know you don't drive cars, Rick, but it's got a big car to drive if you just passed your test.
It's safe though, isn't it?
It is very safe. That was the thing.
Yeah.
And I come from the West Country. Obviously, there's quite a lot of windy lanes around there.
You're joking, do you?
They have cars there.
Oh, here he comes. Blimey, Carl.
Learned on a tractor, automatic it was.
Do you want me to tell it or not?
Oh, don't do about the accent. Oh no, I'm not worried. Oh, go on. Oh. Go on.
So I went to this party.
You have a go at him being from the north.
Not when he's telling an anecdote.
He's never told an anecdote.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Yeah, go on.
So I went to a party, and I was quite excited because I had the car, the motor, and there was a chick heading down to the party that I was like, you know, I had my eye on. And I thought, you know, now I've got a car, and going to the party, it's going to be amazing, right? And various friends had said, like, can we get a lift? I thought, yeah, groovy. I'll pick up the chick as well, who's a friend of a friend. So cruising down to the party in the motor, you know, the Volvo estate, and there's nothing sexier than that. You know, slipping a little bit of Billy Joel on the stereo or whatever, something classy. Exactly. And maybe it was Billy Ocean. I think maybe it was quite a Billy.
Maybe it
Billy
was
face.
Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car.
Ideally.
Yeah.
So I get to the party, and inevitably it was one of those house parties where the chick that I had my eye on, she kind of was chatting to other guys, and she wasn't really paying attention to me, and I was sort of
Trying out to get, was she again?
Same old story.
They make
They
me
know how to tease, don't they, the ladies?
Who are they kidding?
So I'd follow her like a dog, you know, from room to room.
Yeah.
And watch
Quite
her while...
literally, sometimes he was barking.
Yeah.
I'll,
you know, just watch her while she talked to other blokes. And then, obviously I wasn't, because I was driving, I wasn't drinking, so I was not really enjoying myself. And then somebody said, should we go and pick up Vera? And I thought, right, okay. And they went, Steve's got a car, let's all leap in there, we'll go pick up Vera. And this girl was like up for it as well, so I thought, brilliant, you know, I'll be back in the car with her, you know, away from all these lads. One guy she had her eye on, he came as well, I was a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was in the car, so I'm driving down these country lanes, just driving along, and they're directing me, they're saying, go left here, go right. And then suddenly, we stop, and one of them goes, just drive into that field, this pitch black field, right? And I'm sort of, well, it is my parents' car. Just drive in the field, Steve. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to, like, not seem like I'm a hard, cool, crazy kind of guy, because the chick's in the car. So drove the car into the field. They all leapt out, started running off into the darkness, shouting, Vera, 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 where are you? So I'm just sort of sat there in the car, waiting.
Wasn't Vera Lynn, was it? Because she likes to hide in fields.
Bizarrely, it wasn't.
Right.
It was just, I was just left in the car on my own with Billy Ocean. And suddenly, out of the darkness, they come back holding a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig that they had stole from a nearby farm, and they knew that the pig was called Vera because someone knew the farmer or something. Anyway, so they got this pig. So now they're going, "Oh, put the pig in the back of the car. We'll take it back to the party. It'll be hilarious." I'm thinking, well, you know, I'm not sure I want a pig and all its, you know, piggy crap in the car, right, crammed in there. But they say yes. So obviously, I'm thinking again, I don't want to look like I'm, you know, a nerd. You know, I'm terrified of that, Rick, ever happens.
Yeah.
So,
bring the pig into the car.
Exactly.
I'm no nerd.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on.
So now we drive off again. I've got this pig kind of screeching in the back of the car. And they say, stop again, let's do some cow tipping. And they do that old thing, you know, about the fact because cows sleep standing up, don't they? So you can push a cow over and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're having a wild time, hilarious. So this time, now we get to a sort of dead end in the road, and they say, well, turn around, let's go back to the party. And I'm thinking, fine. Try and do a 3-point turn in this very narrow country lane, right? Get the Volvo estate wedged horizontally across the road. Can't get it out, just can't seem to sort it out. I don't know what, I'm panicking because there's a pig in the car, right? And local disgruntled farmers, right? People drunk, partying, probably off their head on some kind of weed, Rick.
Was it loads of blokes with, like, pitchforks and flaming torches
Exactly.
going, burn him. He's playing with our pig.
Exactly that. And so that, do you know, I was so terrified that all I could think was they're going to have to send a helicopter to lower a magnet onto the top of the car to lift the car up and put it the right way around.
You used to read a lot of comics, didn't you?
Yeah. So, do you know what I started doing?
What?
Crying.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
Started crying, just very slightly. Started getting upset. And the other guy that the girl fancied, he had to get into the driving seat and sort it out for me by slowly edging forward and backwards.
That's the worst bit of the whole story.
Yeah, edging slowly back and forwards. He just sorted it out, just slowly worked the car back round, and then we were off.
You're just gently weeping.
Just gently weeping in the back.
The bloke had just taken a bird that you saw from a distance.
Exactly.
That was basically your wife in your head by then.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it? I can't
We
believe
were happily married with a pig for a child.
Don't joke, that could happen.
I know.
Sorry?
What?
What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
When you do what, Carl?
What? What did you say? No, what did you say? Because I don't want to have to go to the radio authority again. What did you say then? Just...
Fucking Tars, only two. Oh, he's above me. I'm sorry, bro. I thought he was a bad guy. Oh shit. There's actually another one there. Fair enough. I need a bat. Dude, I actually shit myself then. If that didn't kill him, nothing fucking killed him. Oh my god! How was that guy alive? This just blew up on him.
We are going
Oh,
out.
what?
Yeah, remember Tom Binns, right? What did you say?
What I'm saying is, why were they shouting Vera? Because pigs don't come to the name, do they?
Eh? I don't know the ins and outs of pig, you know, how to lure a pig into your trap.
Can I just tell you some very, very interesting things about pigs?
Please do.
Right. One, everyone knows they have a corkscrew shape.
Yeah, I should have just fucking needed it again.
Corkscrew shape.
I thought there's no way.
Two, they can't look up. They can't put their head back and look up. Right? Three, they can have a 30-minute orgasm.
Rick, is it only pigs that have got a corkscrew-shaped penis?
No, and landlords.
Okay.
Very handy.
Right. Here's one for you.
Go on.
Like insect facts and stuff.
Go on.
If a man was a flea...
He could jump over St Paul's Cathedral.
No.
What?
Wrong. It's gone up now. It's...
It's gone up.
The Millennium Wheel.
It's gone up now. Play a record. You're the best.
Classic.
Ash, there's a star on XFM 104.9. Now, Steve.
Yes.
Carl text messaged me in the week, very excited, because he just watched a programme that proved me and you were stupid. Remember when we sort of championed the anti-supernatural?
Yes. Skeptical view.
We're just absolutely skeptical about things like that. We're atheists. We don't believe in ghosts, anything like that. Anything supernatural. We're followers of James Randi, a genius of our times. But Carl saw something that proved us wrong. I'd like Carl to tell you what this proof was, what he saw on, and look at him. Go on then.
It was on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I was watching... You see, the problem is I didn't get the full story, so you could pick holes out of it.
Sure.
Unlike your usual investigations into the supernatural.
Which are
It was cool. Can I just say what the programme's called? Brilliant.
What was it called?
Sounds like an academic work to me.
The bit that caught...
We're followers of James Randi, a genius of our times, but Carl saw something that proved us wrong. I'd like Carl to tell you what this proof was, what he saw on, and look at him. Go on then.
It was on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I was watching... You see, the problem is I didn't get the full story, so you could pick holes out of it.
Sure.
Unlike your usual investigations into the supernatural.
Which are
It was cool. Can I just say what the programme's called?
Mr. Exorcist.
Mr. Exorcist.
Brilliant.
So
sounds like an academic work to me.
The bit that I caught, I just flicked it over, sort of seeing what's on the telly, and I thought, oh, Exorcist, I've seen it, but there's nothing else, and I watch it, and then I realised it wasn't the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, I'll have a bit of this. And there was an old woman and a daughter, and as far as I was aware, the bit I picked up on, they were saying, oh, you know, it's dreadful, and unless you've been through it, you know, you've had ghosts in your house and that, you really don't know what it's like.
Yeah, sure.
And the main thing that seemed to be getting them down was the fact that the budgie was getting stressed.
The budgie was getting stressed?
Because animals can sense the other side, can't
okay. Can they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and how was that manifesting itself? You don't know.
Animals can sense the other side.
Sure. Skip this ad. Just like you skipped out on buying Amazon stock and Google it.
I think he just wasn't happy.
Right. Did it explain that to people, or
No,
how did it express that?
Budgies are known for being chirpy, aren't they?
I see, and it wasn't chirping.
It normally swings on its little perch and that. And
Just depressed.
Budgies are known for being chirpy.
In its pyjamas.
So
No, come on,
So,
Steve.
yeah,
Come on, Steve. You're making this a mockery. So the budgie was depressed because he could sense the ghost.
Yeah, and then this guy, this Mr. Exorcist, came round.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was he a priest or something?
Yeah, he might have been.
Yeah.
Like I picked up.
Did he have like a black coat with a little white collar? That's usually the.
He had his coat on, so you couldn't tell.
No, sure. Okay.
But so he came round and he sort of did his thing, and then.
And was he
trying?
Was he trying to exorcise the budgie?
No, the ghost.
House.
Right.
The
I
house,
see. It
yeah.
wasn't that the budgie had a demon or anything.
No.
Okay.
No, this
So-
wasn't a possession, was it? This was a straightforward. It wasn't a poltergeist or anything. It was just a.
Well, a haunted house.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
that's the thing he was saying. He was saying you can have like your ghouls and that aren't that bad, that aren't going to cause you any problems.
Yeah.
But obviously the budgie, they've got weak hearts and that, haven't they? And
Sure.
I
So
don't
so
want-
he go on. So
anyway, basically he sorted it out, did whatever he did, and the next shot you see is like the budgie making a noise and swinging
It's
the
happy
ice
again.
over the moon again, and the old woman was like happy because she
couldn't believe her luck.
stressed.
Yeah.
And that's
The priest didn't come in and go, well, you should feed that bird. Give it a bit of millet. It was happy. It goes, right.
No,
See you
it's-
later. No. It was a. So
Because budgies are. My mum's got a budgie, and they're fairly happy all the time, aren't they? So it's got to be something very odd.
You never see a budgie sitting down going, I feel like topping myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Do you know you can have like a moody dog? You can see a dog when it's unhappy if it's walking down the street.
You can have a moody canary, can't you? And what they do is they often tell the police what you've been doing. They're known for that. Yeah.
So basically,
So that for you is proof that the supernatural exists. A bird in a cage got a little bit annoyed, wasn't chirping as much as it normally did. Who knows why? There could have been a little draft up its, and
Cloaca.
exactly.
That's
Anyway,
a medical term.
Anyway, a man came in and did whatever he did.
Yeah.
and used your phrase.
Mr. Exorcist, though, Steve.
Yeah.
This wasn't any bloke off the street. This was Mr. Exorcist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And for you, that's the proof that there is.
just because like if it was a person, you go, they're playing up for the camera.
Yeah,
you know,
a budgie could possibly act like that, Steve.
Yeah, that's what you mean. You're saying a budgie would not be trying to. It wouldn't be trying to become famous. or
No,
just want to get on the telly.
not like Lassie.
No, sure.
It was
sure.
basically a show-off.
Yeah, or Champion the Wonder Horse.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think
I've changed my tune, Rick. I don't know about you.
I have, and I think we should play a record.
I'd love to get Mr. Exorcist in. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Never dabble with things you don't understand.
Sorry.
Like women. See what I did there?
He's turned that back on me.
Blur. Boys and girls.
Girls and boys and bastards.
Blur. Girls and boys there, Steve, on XFM 104.9. So, it's not so bad, really, because we didn't plan anything,
No.
We proved the supernatural. We were wrong about that.
Well, just one other question. Was there anything else in this woman's house that led her to believe that there were ghosts, or was it just the fact that, Tweety, or whatever his name was, wasn't chirping?
You see, this is the problem. I was watching UK Style. I was watching something on that.
What were you watching on that?
It was, it's not changing rooms. It's like that, but cheaper.
Quite seriously, right? You might be the most interesting man in the world. I'm fascinated by it. I'd like to follow you. I'd like to have a hidden camera on you. I can ask you any question. I'd like to have you in a cupboard in my flat. So I just think about it. I wonder what Carl thinks of that. And I'd just throw something at you, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's what my dad did. Just kept me in the cupboard.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
I wonder what Carl would
You're
think
never
about
stuck
this.
for a conversation point if Carl's around. That's
No,
what's genius about it.
he's always got an opinion. He's got an opinion about everything.
Yeah.
It's
I love the
fantastic.
fact he was watching UK Style without a shadow of irony.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No,
It's
that's
just
what I like about him.
Exactly, that's what's
I wouldn't
brilliant.
like it if he was trying to be
No, he's not.
kitsch
Yeah.
and stuff. I like it because he's down the line, straightforward, no nonsense.
Yeah.
This is what I like. You know what I mean? He's going to be sort of like Jeffrey Boycott, Dickie Bird when he's about like 60 or 70. He's going to get on a bus and go to the driver somewhere. You need an haircut. You look like a scruffy get. You know what I mean? He's going to be a great old bloke that you.
Genius.
He doesn't get chinned in the pub.
Yeah.
Like people protect him, because he's like 70 or something. But it's great. You're looking forward. You're actually in that nod. That nod went. I can't wait to be 70.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Can I make a suggestion that we just get people, they can email in, just questions or comments they'd like to hear from Carl. Maybe they just want to know his opinion on the Afghanistan situation.
Yeah, like,
or
you know, like
last night's Coronation Street, whatever.
Yeah, like they do it, in the NME or imagine that coming up to the election, they go, Billy says Labour.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think the
Carl.
Sun has White Van Man. Each
Oh,
day
yeah.
they interview a guy who drives a white van, see his opinions on various topics.
Here we go again. A 2-minute match. I don't. I see people with these intelligence, picking up intelligence left, right, and center, and I've never seen one down. And I'm very often the first one down here. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but... What are these things for? You know, the MGTs. They actually do anything. Or for anything. Or just one of them. Need a few.
Carl is very much our white man van. White
Yeah.
man van.
Yeah.
So
I think-
any query you have,
I think most of our listeners are,
any
to be honest.
opinion that you would like to hear voiced from the K-Man, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, or you can phone in. I forget what the number is.
Doesn't matter, does it?
1-800-800-1234.
Sweet.
Now it's time for our first regular feature of the day. That film sounds good.
I don't use the AVS.
Sounds good.
I stopped the film reviews because I've done all the films that are 9 or
Yep.
10 out of 10. I don't want to drop my standards.
Absolutely.
This is a feature where it's a soundtrack of a film where I like the single from it and might make me want to see the film, might have seen the film. Today is our first request.
Right, interesting.
This is for Martin, who wants to hear Live in the City by Stevie Wonder, and it's from Jungle Fever.
Let's hear it.
Well, I love the song
It's
and I
an
love the
absolute
film. Living for the City.
Genius.
Stevie Wonder.
The man's a
From
god.
Well,
film Jungle Fever.
Absolutely.
It's a great
It,
film. Well, not to be confused with Living in the City, which I think is a Desiree track. So
Now
never
you
do
know,
that.
'cause you're a huge
But
Desiree fan.
we were grooving
oh,
along
fuck,
to
one
that.
second.
It's a great...
It doesn't cover, it covers too much, right? So the AVS covers the thorax and the stomach, whereas this covers just the thorax, the TV110, so I think it's a better rig. So I don't generally use them. I only generally use stuff now that just covers the thorax. So I got 3, I did get 3. 37k, for what? Oh, for the flare. Right. I guess they're just 37k just to sell. Yeah, they are. That's pretty easy. Weapons. I guess they're all just for one. Don't need any weapons. Keys. Unknown key. Key mark with a duct tape. Huh. I know what that's for, to be honest, so we'll just sell it. Sell the MDR. Get the bullets out of it first. Maybe the bullets are worth something. $855, yeah. Get rid of those as well.
Not my favourite Stevie Wonder track. I actually prefer He's Mr. Know-It-All, but a great track. Stevie Wonder's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean...
And during that, we just heads down, we just like, just enjoying the moment. We said turn it up, didn't we? We liked it. Carl, just halfway through, just looking at me. He's got a driving licence.
Yep.
I went, what? He went, he's got a driving licence. I went, he went, yeah, just for his own land. I went, you don't need a driving licence for your own land. He went, you might be right. He said, who else is blind?
I remember hearing something. It was someone famous
Right.
who shouldn't have a driving licence.
Well,
and they have. And I'm sure
a lot
it's
of people.
I'm sure it was someone who's blind. But you're right. It's a bit of an odd one.
Isn't it? No, but don't forget. This hasn't just happened. This is in your head. So you can't say that and go, isn't that weird? How did that happen? It's in your head. Don't forget. At the moment, there is no proof.
There's no proof of that.
You can't say something and then go, isn't that strange? You said it.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? We didn't just see something happen out the window. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? What's in your head and what happened and all that. What are you thinking?
I'm just thinking. Who's that other fella?
Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Why would he have a driving licence? He's blind as well. I think it's the blind thing we've got a problem with. It's the idea of people who are blind driving cars that's maybe made us question that. I mean, Stevie may have a driving licence. I very much doubt that he's passed his test.
No.
He probably hasn't even... I mean, he could have done the theory one, maybe. But that's touchscreen.
And until Labradors actually are allowed on the Queen's Highway,
Exactly.
I don't think we'll see many blind people driving
I
cars.
might be wrong.
You might be, mightn't you?
That might be wrong.
Yes, you might be wrong.
Yeah,
well, there's
possibly.
a start. I fancy a bit of Ed Hardcore.
Yeah, I saw it. It's fucking crazy.
Rick, you've married
Never seen anything like it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in films, they don't look like that, you know.
Still to come, loads of our other features, of course, including hip-hop.
Absolutely fucking shocking stuff.
Motorcycle Club and Love Burns, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
My name's Steve Merchant.
Carl, what's your name?
Press the buttons.
That's it.
Carl, I press the button.
Yeah. Oh, bless him.
People are loving the K-Man, aren't they?
They are. People are saying they love him. He's just.
He is. He's
I think we've created a whole new Will McDonald.
I like to think so.
Yeah. Or Gordon the Gopher.
I used to have a show in Manchester.
You used to host a show?
Yeah, overnights.
What kind of things was it? What kind of stuff?
What sort of tip were you on?
Phone-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
You did a phone-in?
Not a proper one.
What did people phone in about?
No, they didn't. That was one problem. There was no phones. Go on.
Well, just, how things were going and that.
Problems? Were you like an agony uncle?
Kind of.
That's amazing. Imagine that. Imagine sending someone to Carl. You got problems? Is it delicate? We'll go to Carl Pilkington.
Hang on, looks like maybe there's some questions.
Oh, we've got
coming in.
got a few questions here. What's the one? What's Carl's view on?
Carl, what do you make of nudism?
Who's that from?
Let me just check who that's from.
Sort of a time and a place for it.
That's from. It's very difficult to tell.
That's great. You see,
there's a time and a place for it.
That is just brilliant. That is Dickie Bird. That's that sort of northern, confident soundbite. What do you think of nudism? Time and a place for it.
Would you do it, Steve?
Would I do nudism?
Yeah.
He's not allowed.
Not again.
No,
yeah.
It's not nice, is it, really?
No, it's not with Steve. He's not allowed on any National Trust land doing it because he's caused the death of millions of starlings.
That's true.
There was something on BBC Choice the other night. It's a really short show. I haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
Like an odd
It's not a bloke eating cup of soup and then another short show like maybe someone cleaning their teeth with Colgate and then the really short show. What was it? Go on.
No, what it was about this old fella who he's into nudism, and he's done all right.
Does he play volleyball a lot?
He said he's done all right out of it because there's not many blokes who are willing to go nude for modelling and that, and he's about 70, so it's not.
Is there much cry for that? Do you think? Is there much demand for a 70-year-old nude?
He's doing all right for it.
Sure. Good luck.
And the odd thing was, you see,
he had a corkscrew penis.
He was just like walking around on a main road in like a seaside town. And
right.
Yeah, and cars would...
See, that's not nudism, is it? That's mental illness.
Yeah, he's just a bit dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tell you, one of your favourite programmes, is it one of your favourite ones, just that one with the hot air balloon? And it's adventures. It just goes, it's like in Sydney, sometimes then it's at a carnival.
His favourite programme when he was little, he used to watch it for hours, was that little girl by a blackboard with two toys.
Yeah.
He used to love that, didn't
enjoyed that, didn't he?
Right, listen, here's something else I learned in the week, and we can use this if you want to give away the Incubus tickets.
Go on.
There's a program.
There's some tickets to give away later. I'll tell you about that. I'll tell you what it is later. Go on.
Who,
I don't know. We'll save it. It's a surprise. Go on.
Have I ruined it?
No, go on.
Crack on, mate. Crack on.
Yeah. It was a program about the body.
Sure.
And what is it, right? Barbie doll. Why couldn't that be real?
Yes.
Play a record, Carl.
I do know the answer, actually, I have to say.
What do you mean, why couldn't it be real?
If the Barbie doll was like a real person,
right,
it wouldn't work out.
I don't understand the question! If you do, this is what worries me.
I don't understand the question.
Why do you understand it?
Because it's one of those facts which I've heard in the past, but... So therefore, because I know the answer, the question makes sense. But unless you know the answer, the question makes no sense.
Well, of course it does.
That's what's brilliant.
Is it worth using for the tickets, do you think? Is it that good?
It's not a real question, Carl.
I don't think it can, really.
It can't be a real question. Well, because it's like one of those things about, a man went into a field and died. Why? You have to ask questions. You go, because his parents didn't know. But, well, I've got a million explanations. Okay, she'd be hollow. Do you know what I mean?
He's right, actually. It is too vague. Why don't you give the answer, and then you'll understand what your question is.
What was the answer?
She'd have to walk around on all fours. Because...
No, physically, the proportions of Barbie could not be replicated on a real human woman, because she just couldn't have those dimensions.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But that you know what I mean? Yeah. Same goes for Fred Flintstone. Do you know what I mean? His head's half his body. It's a cartoon.
Don't have a go at Carl. He's the K-Man. People love him.
Sorry.
God, they're
Have I
going
gone
to
too far?
alienate yourself.
I'd like some hip hop, Steve.
Just
Seriously.
laying into
I'd
him.
like some hip hop, Steve.
We'll come up with a question. We're giving away some Incubus tickets later. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
It's time for Hip Hop Hooray! This is from... Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Hey, this is from De La Soul's 2000 album, not the current one. Artificial Intelligence,
Yeah.
Mosaic Thump.
Yeah. They've changed a bit, haven't
They have, and a lot of people have dismissed De La Soul, but there's still some tracks you can dig out.
Not as
that are good.
jazzy, but this is a soul tip to this
This
show,
is a
isn't
wonderful track. This is With Me. Back to
Alive. POD or pod.
Absolutely.
As I call them.
Yep.
On XFM 104.9. A bit of rock.
Who are you?
I'm Ricky Gervais.
Steve Merchant here.
Yeah. Carl over there. Now listen, there's a bit of rock there.
Yep.
Takes us into a competition. We've got Incubus tickets to give away.
Incubus, you say?
Now, I like Incubus. I mean, for what they are, you know, I'm a bit worried about all this crossover, this new metal, and these people coming out that are a bit like Pearl Jam and a bit all this sort of... I'm not too sure about it. I'm still not convinced, but Incubus have got a bit of style about them. Well, you know the competition we just ran there, the phone-in, ask kindly. People were phoning up. One person said, "What do you think about new metal?" Carl just quick as fast went, "I hate it."
Exactly.
And he threw a question right back at them and went, "Do you listen to that in the morning?" She went, "Yeah." He went, "Wow, you see, in the morning I like Ash. In the evening, I might listen to
I think he said Magic FM.
Yeah. But I love the fact that he is now, we've put him on a pedal. He's happy with his own opinions. Before he was like, I don't know. And now he wants to tell the world. He'll be down Hyde Park Corner tomorrow, won't he? And they're going, right, who wants to know what I think about, I don't know,
At 2 o'clock, I will listen to the Human League.
Today at 4:13, I had one apple and listened to Primal Scream. Thank you. No, you're great, bloke, Carl. We better stop now because you know we're going to make you into the new.
There'll be more from Carl next. But this is the very last question that someone. This is Jim. He's emailed in. He says, "Does Carl think that that Waterworld, Mad Max, Judge Dredd, or similar films present an accurate portrayal of what a post-apocalyptic world might be like?" How do you imagine the world will be, Carl, when the bomb is dropped?
So I've got no comment.
Okay, let's forget the films. What do you think the world might be like if there was, say, a nuclear war and we had to survive underground for a while till all the, waste went away and we could come up and we could eat fruit again and there was
9 mil?
weird and we had to start from
Yeah.
scratch.
Rather die.
Okay.
All right.
You?
Hey, Bath, how's it going?
Well, supposing it was sort of like, Britain was just like, it was all the buildings had gone, right? Or there was some bit of scavenging, there was like...
Yeah, they updated it, right? There's a new round I've been using a little bit.
Don't keep shaking your head.
But to be honest, mostly against people running for the mark room.
And it's fine, you lived on tin fruit for a few years, right? Then you had to come up and start again. You had to find other civilizations.
I'd want that thing that is it Walt Disney had sort of
Cryogenically preserved.
We've been listening to, Carl Pilkington and Idiot Abroad. Some of the earlier stuff with Ricky Gervais. No, they used to do a radio show. Do they sell it? Sell the phrase, alright. We just go back into fucking reserve. No, it's too early. Well, you been playing much or?
fridge thing and say, look, wake me up when it's all built again. I couldn't be doing with that, walking around with a hard hat on all day.
Yeah, what would you do? Set an alarm clock? You're the only person. What, you get in a fridge and leave a note. If you find this, do not disturb till 2012.
You know what I mean?
No, well, yeah, but saying that wasn't. Well, I mean, what would you do first? You just come out, right? Come out into the light. It was just like.
Would you
it
run?
was like, you know, Saxon Britain. There was nothing. You'd have to start again. What would you do? What would you do first?
I'd probably go and see where I live now to see what's left of it.
I know how he. Oh,
Carl, if you were the last man on Earth, right,
Yeah.
and you had to have one other woman with which to
Yeah,
start
it
the
is.
human
Yeah.
race again, right? And not
Which
your
one? Did
woman,
you get any done,
who would
or
you
for
start
sure,
the
Bonnie and
human
Evan?
race again with? Which person would you want to? Bear in mind, it's not just like the fact that you've got to have kids. They've got to be able to provide something in this world. They've got to be leaders.
And they might be all melted. And
Exactly. So their beauty may have.
They've just got one good eye, but now they can tell what you're thinking.
Exactly.
Find my rock.
Yeah.
They tried to go through a pod, and there was a fish in there for some reason in their Wellington.
I mean, for me, probably.
Now, what would you rather kiss, a mermaid or a unicorn?
Carl, quickly.
Why?
No, I want him to answer my
Because it's
question.
got a lady's face. Okay then. What would you rather kiss, a lady with the body of a fish or the body of a horse?
Fish. Wouldn't you?
This is the best thing to know. This is like, you know when you call a file a rude word, and then the computer goes, "Do you want to open tits?" You laugh because it's like that's what playing with Carl's like. It's sort of like you input it, and you always get, you know what I mean? You sort of
You get more back than you bargained for.
2 more for Charlotte.
Probably only because I've seen films, that one with that Hannah Darrell or whatever her name is in, and she looks
Yeah,
alright. I've never seen
Hannah
a film
Darrell,
with a woman with a horse's body. Maybe because
I've been buying that new 9mm every time it refreshes. So I got quite a bit of it. I've been buying making rip rounds. So I have like, you know, one mag of rip just in case I come up against somebody that, I don't know, situationally I can just see the legs or something like that. Don't lose all your money. Yeah, I had 2 yesterday. Not like, well, one was very, you know, run up to exactly where you are and start nading you, you know? Twice. You know, I back up. They start nading the area. They don't push. I finish nading the area, they push. And they nade exactly where I am, you know? So that's it. It's actually a good... and the other one was just, what was the other one? Nice. Ah, Group was easy. If you do the, if if you do the mark room a lot, like I run to, I get them a lot. This guy headshot 3 minutes. Who? Oh, the guy in that. I'm a friend, dude. I need a bag. Killer dead. Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't found them difficult, to be honest. They just kind of push you and you just hold or whatever. Just don't overcommit. They're fairly easy. All the guards are. No, his guards got you. But you got the kill though. Then, if his guards got you, that's all you needed, right? Glue her kill a lot. I mean, I've been doing a lot of reserve runs recently. So trying to learn it as well as I know the other maps. I don't know why I did that. That was really stupid. Yeah, I've run into them a few times and I just generally knock the first guy down that I see. And then after the first guy I back up and reassess. They do kill me more often though if they're in the railway, that type of area, because you're kind of watching out for players. So it's a little bit different, but when you get them in the pawn buildings, they're pretty easy. That's where I would get them, the pawn buildings. Yeah, it's a little bit like Logic and me, right? He's always hiding. I never learn. Vatchik a Wiccan. Cheeky breaky, Vatchik Wiccan. No fucking bullets fire. Nobody's shooting anything. Well, it's not really worth me getting out at this point with the money I've got. Let's see if somebody hit the button. Nope. Get some armor at least. Oh, that's bad. I bet that last shot didn't even register. Because it was on it, well, he was close enough to his head that the cone should have killed him. Three shots I put. Yeah, only two. And all of it hit by the armor. Yeah, there was 2 or 3 of them. One of them I hit square in the head, and it hit his helmet, and the other one had a the green helmet on, but my bullet didn't register for some reason. You know, it didn't even show up in the after action report. Ah, fuck. Do I want to go? What do I want to do? It'll be night soon. We'll just push the room, and then if we're close to that building. If not, we'll kind of go downstairs.
Seen one. I might change my mind.
Okay, can you email us a picture of a woman with a horse's body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Or do they exist?
Anyway.
Do you reckon unicorns exist, Carl?
No.
Let's play another song then, because I think we were going to give away some Incubus tickets. We seem to have got sidetracked.
Okay. Well, I'd like to play my song For the Lovers. I'm not ashamed of this. It's an early Bowie track. It's his sort of, version of soul. It's like a Young Americans album, and it's a beautiful song called Can You Hear Me? David Bowie. At his best there. Young Americans, Can You Hear Me? You said it when the record was on, Steve. You're not going to hear this sort of eclectic mix of music anywhere.
Anywhere else, Rick?
We go from hip-hop to soul, to hip-hop and soul, to soul-y type hip-hop.
And then some soul-y hip-hop, hop.
And ash.
And the joy of it is, Rick, that if people are open-minded enough and broad-minded enough, as I hope our listeners are, they're going to be loving this.
And we played early Outland last week. We didn't care. We don't care what he's done since or what he's like now.
We're not
if someone,
reputation.
I don't judge. You know what I mean? If they
Rick,
do a good track,
can I say this now?
play that track.
I am not interested in what people think's cool.
No, obviously.
No, I'm interested in what people think is cool.
Obviously.
Yeah, No, I'm interested in what we think is good,
I
Steve.
don't care about what women think is traditionally handsome. No, I play by my own rules.
Yeah, exactly. You do, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not in it for their amusement.
I'm not in this game for anyone's amusement.
No, obviously not.
Jeez,
Now-
all these women with the, I want to be able to have a conversation.
Yeah. I want to have an orgasm.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, that was David Bowie there. We've played some great tracks here, but we've got more to come, haven't we?
We have indeed, yes. Plenty more to come, Rick, but we're going to give those Incubus tickets
We've
away.
got a competition. Now, we were talking about people keeping an open mind. Now, our listeners have got open minds. They're like, they're not only open, they're blank.
Yeah.
They're, you know what I mean? Really.
Empty canvases.
From the ones that have been,
heads.
yeah, from the ones that have been phoning up, I don't know how they dialed.
No.
I think they're wrong numbers, or they sat on the phone or something. And a lot of old listeners are coming back.
A lot of people from the old days of Exxon.
I don't know. They're obviously been allowed out.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, that's care in the community, Rick.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people now get thrown out of those homes.
So
or
I thought
detox centres.
Yeah, I thought maybe an old question, something that I'd explored 3 years ago,
What
4 years
excites
ago.
me is the fact that, you know, clearly all those kind of needle exchanges and things like that really helping people stay alive, and that's a joy.
Sure.
You know, that's evidence there on the phone.
Yeah. Now, what about this? Now, you know the answer to this. I've done this before.
Okay.
Right? There is one London station.
Rick, we've done this in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, you think I'm going to say St John's Wood?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
There is one London station that has no vowels.
That has no vowels?
No, it's not.
Oh, no. You've not thought this
No,
through
it's
at
one
all.
vowel. It's one vowel. It is one vowel.
So there's one London station with one vowel?
Can't remember the answer, though.
This is so rubbish. I so want to be on someone else's show. Like Camfield would be good, or just on like Dr. Fox.
We like Dr. Fox now, don't we?
Fox is amazing.
We like him. He's come through on that pop stars tonight.
I love Fox.
I like his little trunk. He's like a little trunk, and he works out, and he's got a bike and everything. But I like him. He's got.
Okay. I guess we don't need that. I guess I'll go on there. We don't need that either. I didn't even see this grenade. Maybe it's new. Is there a person over there? I know what the diff is going to be like on this ammo. This is the place which kills me when they're here. bins there? Or not always been there? Ah, okay. No, always been there or not always been there? It's usually maybe is a oh, we like a bit of a yonker. Everybody likes a bit of I actually bought a yonker, did I show you? I bought a yonker the other day. Right, in real life. Yep, I got it, yeah. All of the stuff is, you can buy that condensed milk in real life in my supermarket near me. I mean, I'm sure the rest of the stuff is probably as well, but there's a bunch of stuff you can buy in the Russian area. Oh, that was a fucking scab then. Yeah, the defibrillators, I'm not sure if they're all, but even the design and everything of the Yonk, it's an actual brand, you know? Like the logo, everything. But it's like Alonka, I think. Yeah, it's just pure it's just like a fairly solid chocolate bar. It's alright. Now we're gonna push the button so I can get out quickly. I got some nice stuff already. Oh, this cyclone thing is worth, but... Actually, got the killer helmet and armor from the shop. You paid $80 shipping for a killer helmet and armor? How much is the armor? It's got killer on it, or it's just like the same model? Yeah, we'll just go down and around. Holy shit. 380. You Richie Rich, hey? Where'd they ship it from? That it cost $80 to deliver. From Russia? But is it like from the official Tarkov site or something? Huh. That's pretty cool. I gotta get my animation thing working again. It stopped working. I gotta reset the green screen effect, all that shit. Oh, fuck.
Get down! Grenade!
I'm so fucking dead. Fuck, fuck. What? Yeah, I got stuck then between the raiders and two players apparently. I got all 3 of the raiders, I think. I don't think there was any more, right? I was going off to push to the left and then I got shot from the side. Hit count 26. Just used to, yeah, I mean, I just kind of got stuck there with those raiders in a place, and those guys kind of crept up on me. Nothing I could really do about that. I didn't see the second guy until I'd already like downed the first guy, really. I mean, I was kind of finishing the first guy, and then I went to shoot, and there was nothing left, right? So I pushed off to the left behind the forklift, and how he shot me, he killed me through the forklift somehow. I don't know how, but like there was just, for me, there was no way he could have killed me from there. Because I was right behind the forklift. You know? You see, I was right, I was like, you know, maybe he followed me through and he could see me through the thing, I don't know. But for me, like, that was desync or something, because I thought I was safe. And I just fell over. If I'd have had a Propital or something like that, then it might have been a different story. Or like a green heal, I could have just popped it and then just finished everything, and I probably would have got so jumped by those 2 guys. But how does that work? You think the guy that I shot first managed to run across, and that was the guy that killed me, or you think that the guy that I killed was the guy that ran across? Because that guy fucking took a bunch of hits as well. I thought fucking if that was a M4 or whatever, I don't know, maybe not, but. Well, one thing I can tell you, there's not much fucking bullets left in those guns for them to take, because I had the 30 rounder was dead, the 50 rounder was dead, the other 30 rounder was half a, yeah, it was just half a gun, right? And the other one was half down. Like basically, I had like half a mag of the other 50 rounder that I had in my kappa. So I mean, I can't believe that he managed to get away though. The first guy that ran across, I just can't believe that he didn't drop. I thought he was going to drop any second. And then I pushed over because I thought, you know, I'd just finish him off. Even though I was hurt, I thought I'd be in better state than he was. And then there was another guy there. If that guy's as bad as me, he's probably still fucking hit as bad as I thought, then he's probably still fucking healing. Same run. Same raid. Yeah. Hopefully that guy helped me out with that. They say he's probably still fucking healing or something. There he is. Should have pushed up when I heard him. When I heard him eating. I didn't hit. What? Yeah, he wasn't healing, he was eating. But that was bullshit. That was some fucking proper bullshit. I didn't even hit him. Mm. Well, I'm really unhappy with the hit reg today. I don't usually, not usually too, it's not usually too bad, but that guy, both times I've, you know, he's like killed me in really weird situation. I'm not saying he's cheating or anything. How much is it? Does it weigh 10 kilos? How much does it weigh? 5 kilos. Nah, I mean, I don't really see the point in the Red Rebel anymore, to be honest. It's not really. I mean, I could buy one if I wanted one, or you know, I have almost everything I need for it. I just, if I want to really push it, I could just go to lab a few times and get the last defuels. I only need 3 more. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. A little bit confused about how I'm dying there, but well, I mean that underground one is super fucking easy. right? That new one that's down below is easiest, really fucking easy to extract in. Oh no, I'm gonna put that. $12 minutes. Excuse me. What else do I need? I need heals. I'm gonna take that. And we need ibuprofen, I guess. I'll take. Did you get the survival on all maps task done? Do we have everything I need? Oh no, I thought you were on it. Yeah, it's I think it's the last Peacekeeper one or one of the last Peacekeeper ones. There's actually a spawn now for a raid backpack in the, you know, the quarantine room, like the room before where you swipe into the quarantine room. There's actually a raid backpack in there now. I got it last time I went in there. There was a fucking. I was like, what the fuck? put my backpack inside the raid backpack, and I found another fucking backpack on a scab. Put that in there. So like a raid with a attack 2 with a fucking beta 2 inside there. I'm just gonna do a quick suicide run. We're just gonna run through quickly, loot as many, kill as many things as we can. Probably get killed by a hacker within the next 2 minutes. Dude, that last guy, I just don't understand how he's still alive both times. And the second time it didn't even hit him, the shotgun. Sometimes the legs in this game are like completely like invincible. Particularly legs, I've noticed. Like I've been shooting people in legs sometimes, and they've just like it's just gone straight through. That may be that I'm seeing. Oh. So he just fucked off, did he? Oh, he's gone down there. He didn't fucking leave though.